Hey there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to a new 5-minute card making video here on my YouTube channel. This card I am making today features products from the Happily Ever After release from Trinity Stamps, like this blooming circle window die. Look how cute that is, and there is a coordinating die to die cut it out, or a layered piece for it if you choose, or both. This is the piece that does the background all by itself, and then here's the detailed or window piece. I'm die cutting from a piece of ink smooshing background that I had in my stash. I like to save these kinds of backgrounds to pull out and use whenever I might need inspiration. So I've die cut this out with just the window part. Then I went back and decided I wanted to pop it out from that piece. You could leave it as just a window in your card, but I used that second die, and you could die cut those two dies at the same time. I backed this with that black glitter layer. It's so beautiful. I'm going to change that though for my card. This is the woven mini slimline die set. This one creates this really cool woven or basket looking pattern, but I also find it to be very geometric, which to me means I have a lot of versatility when I use that die. Okay, now I'm taking my die cut window piece and I've stuck it to a post-it note and I smushed it down into an embossing pad that has clear ink, and then I'm going to emboss it with clear powder. This is going to give me a raised up and shiny surface on my background. And that background was made with Distress Oxide inks, which that ink has a very muted kind of look. So this is going to give me a little bit of shine, and I love it. And to give it even more shine, I'm actually repeating that process a second time. This is going to make that surface even more raised up with a slight like enameled look, which I love. So I'm just having fun with this. I love creating my own backgrounds and really adding dimension and texture to my cards. So you can see I changed the layered piece for this to some light yellow that I thought went really well with this background, which I am also going to use to die cut out my best wishes. Now this die set says best wishes on your wedding day, but you can use just the best wishes and really get a lot more use out of this die set. I die cut the layered piece for the words from some vellum, which is one of my favorite things to do, is to put my sentiments on a vellum shadow layer. What about you? Do you like that look with the vellum? I'm using up my vellum scraps a lot when I do these shadows. So I even was able to save the teeny tiny dot, which by the way is called a tittle, for my eye. So it's all ready to go, but I thought it'd be cool to use one of my mini slimline die sets from Trinity Stamps and cut out a frame that I could put around my woven background with that same light yellow cardstock that I used behind my little window. And now I'm just kind of tying all those colors in together. And because the cover plate die, the woven, is die cut like smaller into the center, it allows me to have these options like adding a frame, which I think is really cool. All right, so let's pop on that window piece with some foam squares, and then for the sentiment, I'm going to glue those down. And just, I really wanted these to stick well, so I actually took an acrylic block and set them on top for a minute, and then they were really able to take hold of that kind of bumpy surface because it's, you know, being stuck down to a surface that is die cut. All right, so I wanted my sentiment to be nice and shiny, just like my window, so I pulled out my glaze and I am going over each of those letters, and that's just easier than trying to emboss those because that paper's die cut so thin. It was easier to do glaze than try to emboss those like I did the window. Now it's time for some embellishments. I have these gorgeous gems from Trinity Stamps. If you've watched my channel, you already know how much I love all the rhinestones from Trinity. They have them in like every single color. I'm going to link them for you below so you can check those out. And now it's time to embellish the inside of the card. I had a little bit left over from that background, so I just created an accent piece for the inside because it was so pretty to look at. And there is my mini slimline card. It says best wishes, so I could use it for anything, but it might be for a wedding shower card. Yeah, we'll see. All right, I thank you so much for stopping by and letting me share another 5-minute video with you. I like just sharing the everyday cards that I make, and I hope you enjoy it too. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you all again very soon on the next video. Happy stamping! Bye!